define this. Do you mean the Anime Art School?
Probably.
Okay. It comes with 7 core classes that teaches you basically everything that you need to know to get started with art. We have a heads and faces class, which teaches you the basics of heads, so that you learn all this stuff, and then you'll be able to create, really cool portraits, and some color theory. Colton teaches the perspective classes, helping you to draw in space, and we teach everything very gradually, so that you'll be able to do things like this.
Oh, does your hair just work? Design and form drawing.
Yep.
Christina's really good at design, which is like making hair look aesthetic, and she's good at form drawing, so she knows how to overlap 3-dimensional forms in space.
Yep.
Which starts with boxes, by the way.
It does.
It doesn't
And
stay with
drawing.
boxes. It just starts with them.
Yeah. Like, I really challenge you to, draw spheres and try to draw hair on top of it. So, like, for instance, let's say, I'm going to draw a strip of hair across this section. Let's see how much it poofs out.
Is it only Anime Art Style School? No, the figure drawing class is just figure drawing class.
Yeah, that is realistic.
Clothing and costume drawing class is a clothing and costume drawing class. Like, most of the school is not specifically focusing on anime style. Like, the perspective class, it's perspective.
Yeah.
Now, the school does talk about how to turn this stuff into more of an anime style. Mm-hmm. But, like, the rendering class, oh my gosh, like, this is... Well, you can just click on it yourself if you want.
This
like,
is stuff that
you're
you're
learning
doing.
this kind of stuff. So people who ask about, like, how do I shade?
This.
We teach all of that. And we teach you how to calculate the cast shadows and everything. This is industrial design. That's what I studied and did professionally for years.
Color theory as well.
Color theory, rendering. Like, this is all rendered by hand with a basic round brush. And I cover everything. That's like week 5 of my painting class.
Mm-hmm. And, we also do still lifes, which is realism.
Yep.
If
like,
I join the school, can I chat with you in TikTok for a commission?
If you join the school, you get a free watercolor this week.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. But it's just for people who join the school this week. It's like just a short promotion that we're running. Can anyone be good at art? I think so.
Art
is a language. And you can learn language. If you're talking to me right now, if you're messaging in the chat, then you can learn language.
Yep.
It's just art as a visual language rather than, a spoken one.
Mm-hmm.
Communicating ideas visually. That's why classes are called VisCom or visual communication, because you're learning how to communicate with people through pictures. Yeah. And you can train yourself to do that. There's rules behind art. Not rules, but like guidelines behind art, like
there's
perspective
principles.
and composition. Yeah, principles. That's the right word.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen anybody who put in the work that can't learn it. Like, it just doesn't work. We're very passionate about teaching art.
Yep. So some example of like doing boxes with bodies is I would find the perspective of this body, and I can use a box for this. Like I'm literally just drawing a box that's facing up a little bit.
How long does it go for? It's a year-long program, but you have lifetime access to it.
Mm-hmm.
Is the school appropriate for a 13-year-old interested for my daughter? Yeah, there's nothing inappropriate in the classes.
No, nothing inappropriate.
There's no, like, nude figure drawing or anything.
No, we keep everything covered.
Yep.
You're doing stuff like this.
It gets to about that level.
Yep.
We have a bunch of 13-year-olds who are in the school.
And it gets to about like this, so.
But it is like a college-level program, so just be aware it's not a kids drawing program. Like, that's a proper anatomy class.
Yeah.
Colton as Squidward holding the rules of art book. Yeah. Would recommend the class. Thanks, Fox.
Thanks.
Yeah, Fox is in the school. Does the school teach how to find my art style? Your art style will come to you naturally based on what you enjoy drawing.
Mm-hmm.
You develop your art style based on who teaches you, like who you learn from, and what you enjoy drawing.
Yeah.
If you draw a bunch of animals and you use a lot of color, guess what your art style is going to be? Probably colorful animals.
Yep.
It really is that.
It really is.
And then it will look good. It will start looking better as you get better at foundation, like design and flow and form drawing and getting good at using references and understanding how to extract information and stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about art style at all, really. It's definitely a fun topic to talk about.
I'm 16. Is it too late for me to learn art?
No, are you kidding
No,
me?
you're so early, bro.
You're less than half the age of some of my friends when they started drawing, and they're professional artists now.
Some people would, literally like want to reincarnate into a different world to be starting their art journey at 16. Like,
we came up with a pretty funny anime idea.
yeah.
All right, hear me out, chat. Truck-kun
And driver.
Gets hit by another Truck-kun. Truck-kun and driver die. They get reincarnated into another world. I opened a delivery service in another world.
I think it's a fantastic idea.
Right?
I want to do that so bad.
Right?
Definitely look into this. I've
It's
always
perfect.
loved art, but I love to draw effortlessly. Oh yeah, by the time that you finish the art program, you'll be able to draw a lot more effortlessly, because you'll be doing so much practice. A game like that, but it's being Truck-kun in another world. Oh, that's so funny.
That's so funny. Truck-kun met his match.
Do you guys have any tips for drawing for people that struggle with drawing bodies? Yes, we have a lot of tips on that. We do
How
have
much
a
does
lot
it cost?
of
The
tips.
program's $497, and it's a year long. It's like a trade school or a year of college because with a bunch of classes. You're probably looking. It's 3 terms of 14 weeks, and you're looking at about, what do you think, 20 hours a week of work. Some weeks maybe a little bit more, some weeks maybe a little bit less, but about that.
Yeah.
But again, it's self-paced, so you don't have to spend 20 hours a week on it. That's the benefit of a recorded program. Like, if you don't have the time one week, you don't get left behind.
Yeah.
It's perfect for people who have a job or work for a living or have school or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we try to make it very convenient for people. What shapes do I use to draw eyes? Any shape. Any shape. You can experiment. Here's a shape. Here's a shape. Here's a shape. Add eyelids. Here's another eyelid.
Hey, Sai.
Hey,
You're just going to
Sai.
sleep listening to the stream. That's great.
That's great. If you give the components of eyes in any shape, like, it'll look like an eye to you. Like,
It's like drawing heads.
yeah.
Like, you put the features of a head on any form, it will turn into a head.
Yeah. Like, look. This is the crazy thing, right? Right, potato. Potato.
Center line.
Center line.
3D form.
Eye line. Ears. Round nose. Mouth. Eyes. A potato has turned into a head.
Yeah.
And you just add some hair.
I would say that people vastly overestimate the shape and vastly underestimate the form.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you could make a head literally any shape.
Yeah. Carrot.
And then when you start adding form to it. Like, look at Phineas and Ferb, bro.
Oh, I know, right? His Phineas Ferb is like literally this.
Dorito. I don't remember what
I don't
his
remember what he
eye
looks like, but,
exactly. He has like hair or something, doesn't he? Like
yeah, his hair. Is it like?
his hair is like
I don't remember what his hair looked like.
His
Crap.
hair is like a palm tree or something. It's kind of like
Oh, I know what you mean. Like this, right?
this is Phineas from memory.
Pineapple leaf hair. Yeah. When I
It could be
tried-
Rubio.
Yeah, it could literally be Rubio. I mean, like, you can have a carrot-shaped head and turn it into a seductive woman.
When I try turning it in perspective, it's inconsistent. Yes, it does take practice, and
It
that's
does.
why it's good to practice different exercises, like form drawing exercises to keep things in proportion, rotating them. It's hard. Like, it's not an easy thing to do, but it is the thing to learn.
Yeah.
Big God, bot.
I mean, you can even think of this kind of reminds me of like a mask. Like, this doesn't have to be full head. It can just be like part of a head.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can have a crazy situation where this person's wearing a mask, and inside the mask is another mask. I don't know.
Another mask. Pretty cool, huh?
If you know that reference, let us know. Let's see. Do you guys have a tutorial about colors, like color wheel? Yeah, we do. I
Do
do
we?
want to answer, like we were just talking about some color theory, like was it yesterday? About the 3D color wheel?
Yeah, we talked about color yesterday on stream, wherever the heck. We did fisheye perspective. We did a little bit of color theory stuff. This sort of thing. Talked about color theory. Gave some examples of some past artwork. You can go check out our stream from yesterday. It was a kind of an in-depth discussion about color a little bit.
Yeah.
You have any tips on rendering? Start with separating light and dark.
Yes. Where's your lights? Where's your shadows?
You create a map, and then you don't break the map as you continue. I'm not even joking. Like that's so incredibly fundamental to rendering, to lighting things. Is you make a blueprint, which is like what's light, what's dark, and then you don't break your blueprint.
Don't break it. If you break it, that's when things look muddy. That's when things just don't look right, and you're just guessing.
That's why people start with Noton, which is like 2 values, right? They'll start with just black and white, and then they'll start moving into more values, but they'll keep that essence the same. Any good brushes to recommend? Yeah, you can have the brush that we're using here. It's in a resource share channel in our Discord server.
Yep. There's
And we
also
are going to be live all day tomorrow, by the way.
Yes.
10-hour stream tomorrow.
10-hour stream tomorrow.
Yeah. Also, the desk is fake.
Huh.
Just
I know,
throwing
right?
that out there.
I would even think rendering in a way is like cell shading, but extra steps. So like, you know, if you want to do cell shading, it's just light and dark. That's separating light and light and dark. You know, here's my light and dark.
There's a difference between your art school and a normal art school. Ours is online and self-paced.
Yep.
But other than that, it has a lot of the same classes. We take all of our favorite things and we teach them.
Yep.
But it's like a trade school. Normal art college, I don't think goes into as much depth. Like, I studied industrial design, and we studied at a school called Art Center College of Design. So a lot of our education takes after the classes that we took there. Like, I studied concept art. I did concept art for games for years. And so my rendering class, my color theory class, like the lighting, all that kind of stuff, I teach it like what I learned.
Yep.
Form drawing.
It's funny. Lau says the main difference is being the price. That's very true.
Oh, yeah. The main difference is there's 100, like, yeah, 100th the price or more. The
Yeah.
better.
What happens with like rendering is you're just adding more to your lights and your darks. Like you're separating your lights and darks a bit more. So like, oh, maybe you want to make the lights a little bit lighter, and you end up doing something like this. Oh, here's like your light bit. Oh, maybe I'll add a more interesting transition to the dark. And maybe in the light, I'm gonna make it a little bit more defined or whatever. You're just showing more steps rather than making it super simple like this. But the concepts between the two are the same, light and dark.
You also use paints like acrylic or oil or watercolor? Yeah, here and there. We did an oil painting class a while back. I mess with gouache here and there.
Yeah.
A little bit, but I was doing gouache study. Like these.
Ooh, so good.
I did a couple of gouache studies in my notebook. Or in my These are
I really like that
studies
one.
of Edgar Payne.
Do you guys render? Yep. Would you recommend eyes before hair or hair before eyes? Doesn't really matter that much.
I really do recommend learning traditional as well. It's
Yeah.
good, especially if you're learning color. Learning traditional almost it can't really be beat. Like, the teacher's
Yeah.
the most important thing in the process that you learn. But then after that, it's like the medium is important because there's limitations with traditional medium where you have to mix colors. And so you learn how to warm colors up and cool them down. Like, the problem with digital art is you can pick any color you want. But when it comes to traditional art, you have to make the color using other colors, especially if you're
Yeah.
using a limited palette. And so if you're like, I want a warm green, you're like,
Gotta use what you have.
oh no, I only have a phthalo green. Maybe I'll use a little bit of that and yellow. And then
Yeah.
it's like, you
It
warmed up
became
the
warm.
green.
And I feel like mixing paint is seeing like the relationships of the colors as well and how to
Yeah.
get to specific colors. It's really, really helpful.
Yeah, and that's why, like in my painting class, when I teach color theory, I extensively go over that sort of thing because it's so easy to go overkill with digital art when it comes to painting and color choices.
Mm-hmm.
Where you just can't really do it in a traditional medium. You have to make your own colors. Like you go, this is the shadow, this is the light, this is the shadow. I know that my shadow is the light plus this color.
Yeah.
About this much of it. But in digital art, you just go, drag it down, I guess.
Yeah, it's like you just like, go to your color wheel and drag the color and pick.
Like, digital art is great. It's just, it's so flexible and so free that it's difficult, like, it's difficult for people to learn starting out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to talk about something specific?
Mm.
Oh, chat, regulars. Tomorrow's stream.
Yes, tomorrow's stream.
I want you to, if you have like a tutorial, we're going to be doing like following tutorials or whatever. If you got any of those awesome Chinese tutorials that everybody likes, we're probably going to do a section on tomorrow's stream where we are following tutorials. So if you have a tutorial that you want us to follow, post it in the Discord server. And we'll be like, oh, trying viral art tutorials. And it could be fun.
Yeah, that could be really fun. I would love to do that.
So if you have favorite tutorials that you have bookmarked, chuck them in, what?
Tutorial option? I don't know.
Tori, are you here?
Here is the Discord server. You can go here. Is that a custom brush? Yeah, Colton made this brush. You can also get it on our Discord as well. It's in resource share.
What's the Discord server? Yeah, it's on our site.
I'm not sure how to break down poses into shapes. Do you have a tutorial on it? I do have a video called How to Draw Great Poses on our YouTube channel. Draw Anime Academy is that channel. You can go find it there. But I can definitely talk about it as well. You know, if you want to draw poses, and you can interrupt me if I kind of go on a tangent. If you want to draw poses, you need to learn a few things. You need to know the basic forms of the body, and also some perspective, and also some anatomy if you need to. Some anatomy if you're gonna add anatomy, because you combine these two to create poses. I really recommend, like, when you're drawing a pose or coming up with one, know how your torso is moving. Like, is it moving this way? Is it moving forwards and backwards? And beans are great to use as a rough breakdown. Like, this shows form of the torso, and then you can just kind of like add in your legs. So like, I would encourage you to start off with something simple like a torso, like this. Could be a bean, could be a pillow, and then add a random leg. But once again, we want to make sure that they're not broken, right? So let's say, okay, let's have a leg that is coming up. It's a cylinder, and it's bending towards the body. Now we have something going on. Could this character be jumping, or could this character be standing? Maybe let's make them standing, like this. And you can see them constructing the pose with simple forms and a little bit of anatomical stuff. And think of it like piece by piece. Like, you can think about poses this way as well. Especially if you're just trying to create a pose, like, just out of nothing. Like, start with the simplest part. You know, do we want to tilt the head this way or tilt it back? That's up to you. I think this way is more interesting.
By the way, this is an iPad 13 Pro.
Yes.
Or an iPad Pro 13-inch.
Mm-hmm. I can't see the heads for angles in the TikTok shop.
You're probably not in the States.
Yeah.
They only ship to the States. TikTok doesn't do out-of-country shipping.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would.
Yeah, otherwise we would. Absolutely. And then same thing with arms. Like, do you want the arms at the hip or at the hand? If you don't know where to place your hands and make your arms too long, you can place your hand here and then connect to the shoulder area. But like, if you don't know how to draw the body in this kind of like simplified way, it's really hard to draw poses. Something like that. How do you draw a side profile? We actually just have a TikTok on that. You can check it out there. It's our latest TikTok.
How to draw like a generic anime head, an anime male head side profile.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Because side profiles vary so much.
They
We
do.
have multiple side profile videos.
Yeah.
Like, they vary so much based on the type of the nose, the type of the head that it is. Like, but this will get you in the ballpark, and then you can modify from there.
Yep. I recommend drawing a circle, then drawing a smaller circle, dividing this in half, both ways.
Not sure what I should be focusing on first when learning. It depends.
It depends.
What do you want to do? That's always going to be our answer, by the way.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Because a lot of people will give you advice without ever asking for context. And you should just be aware of it. It's not like the advice is always bad. It's just if advice lacks context, it could easily be misdirecting you.
Yeah. Something that I like to keep in mind of is, what is this measurement? This could be your brow. So if I take this head length and divide into thirds, 1/3 is the brow, 2/3 is the nose. So like, okay, that's an easy landmark. And then your head, your eyes can be kind of in between this section right here. Your mouth is not super low like this, but probably on the higher side, closer to your nose. So like, that's the basic proportion of a side profile. And then you use this proportion and add your features that way. And what I like to do is I'll kind of just like use this mask part as a base, and then I extend out the nose and the mouth area. So what it'll look like, it looks like this.
I'm listening to Billy Joel. Only a little bit, like Piano Man. That's Billy Joel, right? Would this be worth it if I don't want to pursue art? Do you mean professionally, or just you don't want to draw at all? I mean, I don't know. Maybe, probably not. If you don't want to do any art at all, it could just be a fun, entertaining stream to hang out in.
Yeah, no pressure.
If you want to get better and just pursue it as a hobbyist, yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, it's just increasing your skills. Like, you don't have to want to be a professional. There's a lot of people who do art on the side for fun.
Yeah.
Like, you could go to the gym and get totally ripped and not be a professional bodybuilder.
Yeah. You can use the same technique, but shorten the chin, and all of a sudden you have a more childish head. And this is where people are like, oh my gosh, it's a cat mouth. Kittia. You just take this swoop of the sphere, you push it out, almost like a 90-degree angle, but it's like curved, and then you just simplify the mouth area like a mound, like this. And then, add cat ears. I don't know. Oops. Add cat ears. Oop. You can add your nose and your mouth and your eyes. And mouths in anime, especially in a side view, work very differently. Like, I'm sure you've probably seen some of those videos where, like, if there's a 3D anime, they have to, like, physically move the mouth in a place that doesn't make sense in real life. But in the final result of the scene, it looks natural. You know, that's because this isn't supposed to be natural. It's supposed to look good enough that it passes off as a mouth. And then you add extra stuff. Everything that I'm drawing is, including the hair. You'll notice that I'm covering it over the head, and that way it gives more volume, like that. Find it weird when some people draw cat boys with both cat and human ears. Oh yeah, that's funny.
I mean, I don't find it that weird.
It's like,
it feels very, very, very awkward to have a human head, and you see this area and there's no ear.
And there's no ear. It's like
So,
bald spot. I don't know.
What happens if the character has no hair covering it? Some people just choose to add double ears. Maybe maybe it's not even a real ear, hey? Maybe it's one of those like little fake ear things that like straps around your head.
Yeah.
Do you have a YouTube channel? Yes.
Yes.
Same name. Draw Anime Academy on every platform.
Yes.
Okay, where was that thing? Want to learn an anime to help create poses better? Take a figure drawing class. Blazerin. That would be a good start. Can't go wrong there. If you want to get better at drawing people, figure drawing class is great for that.
Yeah.
They'll teach you proportion of the body, simple volumes, how to add anatomy on top. They'll teach you to think about gesture and design of the pose, how to make sure the pose is balanced and doesn't look like it's going to fall over. They'll have you draw from reference, and it's great. A figure drawing class I would highly recommend if you want to get better at drawing people.
We have a figure drawing class in our anime art school. You can check that out too. We also have a how to draw bodies video on our channel.
Yep. There's a video on our YouTube channel about it as well. Like a lot of the time in term 1 of art school, you will have figure drawing classes, perspective classes, and maybe just like a sketching class a lot of the time. The figure drawing class helps you get better at drawing people, and you're also kind of passively practicing design through gesture and posing. You're practicing form drawing, like perspective, through drawing the body and the volume of the body. And you're practicing anatomy. So 3 birds with 1 stone.
Yep.
Then they'll have a dedicated perspective class where you're learning 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, how to draw objects at different angles and modify them. Really, really valuable because it kind of allows you to draw anything in 3D. And then a general sketching class will give you mileage. Like, just fill up this entire sketchbook from cover to cover. It doesn't matter what it is. Just try drawing different things. Like, that'll just give you a lot of mileage, which will help you get better a lot, because a lot of art is just practicing, honestly, like getting more experience.
Yeah. Here's a quick tip on hands, especially the palm area. The palm is kind of like a wedge. It's kind of narrow. You have a pad on the top right here. You have a pad by the pinky, and they all meet in the middle, and the thumb pad is meets in the middle as well. So you can start off with the palm that kind of looks like this, and then add fingers attached to it. You can say, oh, here's my palm, here's my upper pad, my finger pad, my pinky pad, my thumb pad, and then however you want to organize your fingers is up to you. You can keep it simple like a mitten, and then you can add your fingers, you know, one by one, or you can group them. Maybe you have most of your fingers grouped in a certain way, but like one finger is doing something different and being quirky. You know, I feel like that's a fun way to kind of get out of the original, like this kind of mitten shape. You can just like, I'm gonna decide that the pinky bends back this way. And then you can always test to see if your pose makes sense. Like, look at that. Here's that finger pad and the pinky pad, thumb pad. My fingers work differently. My fingers like to sprawl outward. At least my ring finger does. So it doesn't like to close like this. So when I move it, it likes to separate. But that's an exception, right? How do you manage your storage on your iPad? Oh, I don't know. This is our work iPad. So we just have like, we probably have a good amount of storage because that's the only thing that we use it for. Would learning muscles help while focusing on figure drawing? Yeah, you can do both. My class offers both analytical figure drawing and also figure drawing in general. So like, you know, learning muscle groups like this. I would say learning this plus figure drawing helps with additional information. So like this may not be super descriptive, but maybe adding a little bit of anatomy, like the sartorius right here, can add more volume to the leg. Okay. Yes, the 10-hour stream is tomorrow. It is tomorrow. For me here, like learning basic muscle structure can help me with finding out specific shapes of the torso. Like, oh, here I know that this shape is my pec. This shape is my rib cage. This is my abdominal muscles. And then I can use that. I wouldn't recommend working like this. It's just more like the muscles causes the form or causes the outline. And then that helps me to then piece together the rest of the image or the rest of the body. So, you know, I will definitely learn them around the same time and just like try to mix the two. Like have a figure drawing session where you're like just only trying to draw the basic forms of the body, where it could just be like a rib cage, a pelvis, you know, just kind of doing this. And this already starts to look like a person when you add more context to the body. And then everything else, like, oh, leg muscles, arm muscles, that can be accent. So like this to me here, my deltoid plus my pec. This is extra information that I'm adding onto my base already. That's how I would approach it. So yeah, you can do both. Have a simple one. Yeah, that's so much better. Thank you for so much. Have a simple version, and then have another version where you're like adding more anatomical stuff just for studying.
Could you maybe try to describe how to draw perspectives? I also struggle with perspectives a
Ooh.
lot. I mean, yeah, we can
Yeah,
talk about that a little
we
bit.
can definitely talk about
whenever
that.
you're done with your thing.
Oh, I'm done.
You done?
Yeah, for now.
For now.
Yeah, brushes you can find on our Discord. It's in resource share. Colton made the brush himself.
Oh, yes. Well, I just used another brush and
Yeah.
made this one. I used the brush to create the brush.
You can talk about some.
Like perspective. The way that I like to think about perspective is like you have your eye line, right, which is your horizon line, and anything above it you're looking up at, and anything below it you're looking down at. Right? This is above you, and this is below. Right? And sometimes things go above and below you, like this.
It's kind of awkward, but yeah, that happens.
Yep.
How do I join the Discord? You go to our profile, and you'll see it.
Just like that, all right? And that's like really the base for drawing perspective. Now, when it comes to boxes, you could see the front of the box. As this starts to turn, you might start to see the side of the box. So we might get something like this, all right? And then as this continues to turn, this edge will move over. So we'll get that edge maybe in the middle, like this. All right? I need to remember that people
what?
need to see my stream.
Oh.
Right? So this edge may move to the middle, so you'll see that like the distance from here to here, the distance from here to here, right? And now the edge of the box back here would be behind it like this. So if you just want to be able to draw things in 3D, like better, this is not all of perspective. This is not a comprehensive perspective lesson. You can just practice drawing like a form or a blob, and you just go, is this thing above me or below me? Like if it's below me, we could do that. If it's above me, we could do this. All right, so take this same form, and we could go, it's above me. Here's the bottom of it. It's below me. Here's the top of it. It's a potato.
Yeah. Potato.
Like, literally a potato.
Yummy. Bake
and
it.
And it has, like, googly eyes on it.
You can find the brush that I was using in our Discord. It's on resource share. You can join the
Alright.
Discord on our profile.
Right, this potato is above me. So if I had my horizon line, it'd be like this. Right? So like what particular about perspective do you want like exercises to get better at it? Do you want to know how like the basics of it work? Cuz there's a lot as far as perspective goes.
Someone's asking what is the best forms to use for bodies. You can do any.
You can do any, yeah.
Here's a box, just like pure boxes. Here's a cylinder. Here's like a mixture. I like using mixtures because the body's very dynamic. This breaking bodies into boxes is great for finding the perspective of the body. Tends to be a bit stiffer, but you know it's very accurate. This one right here tends to be a bit flowier, but not as descriptive of the sides. So that's why I like using a blend between the two, where I can see the sides of the rib cage and the sides, but there's like areas where it's soft, so I like using cylinders. You can kind of do whatever you want, combine the forms. I really recommend that. And it's honestly like, find artists that break down things that you're like, man, I feel like that feels easy for me, or easier for me to break it down. I'm gonna try studying that. I recommend experimenting on your own because that's gonna help you learn the most.
Thoughts on tangents in art? They're a tool.
They're a tool.
They're a tool to create the feeling of something uncomfortable.
Yep.
And if you use them accidentally, it's usually gonna harm the impact of the art. But there's lots of people that use tangents intentionally in order to create an effect or a feeling. generally speaking, people try to avoid them. But again, it's a tool, right? You use it for specific purposes.
Yeah. One exercise perspective, because whenever I see a fisheye perspective, it's hard to draw. You know, we just covered fisheye yesterday
We did.
on a stream. You can check it out on our YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, we covered. This is from yesterday's stream. We covered a lot of fisheye perspective. We covered different artists like TB Choi drawing in fisheye perspective, where it is on the grid. We talked about moving the vanishing points inside of the fisheye lens, like this and this. And we went over the three things to keep in mind with fisheye drawing, which is pretty important. Very, very important. We even went over how to create grids. That's important. That's good stuff. I mean, if you want to draw in fisheye, which is like kind of a niche topic to begin with.
Yeah.
How do you manage your storage on your iPad? Haven't run out yet.
Haven't run out yet, so I'll have to figure that out later. The female chest is complicated because you have your pecs, which is like your chest muscle, but then you also have the fat that droops down from the pec. So like it's a very complicated form. I like to use beans, actually. Beans are actually great. There we go.
It does tend to look like that. It looks like a booty.
It kind
It
of
looks like the glutes.
yeah, it looks like the glutes. You can draw glutes the same way.
Glutes and boots.
Although this is like a very muscular glute,
Yeah, it's like a guy.
it's a guy's
guy's
glute. But women have like a more like bottom heavy glute, but can't draw it too detailed. So like that's what I like to use for the chest area. I want to learn this. Awesome. We do have a school where you can learn this from start to finish in a very organized way. So if you want like hardcore, not hardcore, but like if you want to like be serious about art and you want something really structured,
It is kind of hardcore.
it is pretty hardcore.
It's serious.
We
It's
start
a serious program.
We start you out as if you're like a serious student, but you can check it out here.
Yeah, if you are getting serious with art and you really do want to get better, this is a very good program for that.
Yeah. And on my free time, I draw bodies like this constantly. Like, draw a box, another box, try to turn it into a body. Like, find any excuse to, like, practice this kind of fundamentals or practice the forms, practice your proportion. Like, every drawing, I think one of the main conceptions is when you're drawing, you don't feel like you're using fundamentals. Like, oh, fundamentals should be, I'm going to draw boxes 100 times.
Yeah, it's like when people practice something, they keep it, like, compartmentalized.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
they don't relate this
To this.
to this.
Yeah.
Like they haven't built that connection yet. And it just comes through time and energy and practice and repetition. But eventually they connect.
Yeah.
They will come together.
So we got some questions about the school. What do you teach in the school exactly?
A bunch of stuff. It's a foundation school, so your general foundation, like head drawing the skull, drawing the forms of the head, faces, expressions.
Yeah.
There's a full figure drawing class that goes over, gesture, proportion, anatomy, rendering. There's a costume drawing class.
Yeah.
It goes over the 7 basic folds, tension and compression. It goes over like materials. It goes over rendering clothes with a 5 value system. There's a perspective class that goes over, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. Goes over drawing objects at different angles, breaking things down into simple volumes, how to do, landscapes and think about backgrounds and stuff. There's a painting class that covers color theory, rendering primitive forms, rendering complicated objects, colored lighting, backgrounds. It covers composition and composing, a lot of different stuff. There's a character design class. It's like a college. It's very, very, very big. It's really hard to actually describe how much is in the school. It's like trying to go, what did you learn in college? It's like, oh my gosh, dude, like
So much stuff.
what do you want me to start with?
Is it art classes or just videos? I guess I kind of have a hard time understanding what that means. Like, what do you mean by
what's
art
the
classes?
difference?
Yeah.
You mean, are you meeting with a class of students live? No. It's recorded, so you can go through it at your own pace. So if you're busy, you have a job, you go to school, you can pick it up and stop whenever you want, and it's lifetime access.
Yeah.
But there is a mentorship version if you're interested in that. If you really want instructor feedback, if you're really wanting to get better and you want critiques on all of your work for an entire term, there's a feedback version that you can get. But the base curriculum is recorded. It's like a recorded college.
Yeah. Yes, we do have a character design class, and I have you design 3 characters, and you get to make your own expression sheets.
This is just the
character
final
sheet.
project, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, this is the very last couple of weeks of the character design class.
Yep. Are you able to draw chibis? Yes. And we actually have a chibi class. It's called Chibi Art class. You can find it on the same page as well. It's the orange button. But yes, I also have a YouTube video on chibis as well.
Yeah.
Chibis
do you
are
guys
fun.
get paid for this? Yeah, absolutely. We have a couple heart me's, a couple roses. We made about 3 cents. How do you start thinking in forms instead of 2D stickers? Oh, what a
that's a
blessing of a question. So good.
fantastic question.
I would really do a bunch of 1, 2, and 3 point perspective scenes. Also, a really awesome exercise. We can talk about this after Christina does her chibi stuff. So do you want to break down?
I'll break down a chibi real quick. If you want to draw a chibi head, you basically start off with a sphere. Well, it starts with a circle, but then you draw a sphere. And then you draw a center line showing where you want the rotation to be. A chibi head is very, very short. It's not long at all. So if you start drawing this, that's not going to become a chibi anymore. You want to be very, very close to this circle. And I like to think of the form of the chibi as like a little round attachment, like a little snout like this. And so that kind of creates this nice like little very flat bean shape right here. So the wider the face of a chibi, the cuter it is. Just I don't know, that's just the logic of it. The narrower the face is kind of weird. Your eyes are going to be really, really big on the face. It's going to generally be around the center. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Horrible?
And the features of the chibi is also extremely tiny and very close to the eyes. So you're not going to draw this. You're going to keep it very, very high up on the face like this. And if you want to draw a body, I like to use kind of like a teardrop shape or teardrop form. Because generally chibis don't really have necks unless you want to be a bit more like realistic. I'm just covering one type, by the way. And then I like to add arms right after. And legs attached to the bottom of the bean. And there's like a chibi body. And what I do is I'll have a general rule of thumb where if my body is about the size of my head, that's pretty good. So like my body's a little bit smaller than my head, and that's totally fine. If you want to make it bigger, you're going to have to adjust the proportions. So this is like, if you want it more advanced, you can add a neck, you can add a body, and this is where the normal proportions of a body would actually come in handy. And here's like a more advanced chibi. I teach this in our chibi art class, the 3 different kinds of chibis. And I make different characters. So like you can have a chibi that looks like this, or you can have a chibi that looks like this, depending on the proportion. So you'll notice that the head and the body is now bigger than the head, right? Or height-wise. So I that's what I think about. You draw Anya's head? I actually have drawn Anya before. It's like a chibi like this. I don't really exactly remember the style, but very big, very round cheeks. She's got this kind of hair, I believe. And there's little horns. Boop. There's Anya. Any chance for moe art style? I mean, I would just break it down to like what's the proportions of the face, like what is the eye shape? You know, chat, by the way. A moe eye is a foot. Here's a foot, a very chubby foot. This right here is the shape of the pupil. All you have to do is add a little eyelid. Add your highlights. And you got a moe eye.
Crazy.
What?
The way that I think about chibi heads is I think, you know that Animorphs?
Yes, Animorphs.
Where something is turning into something.
Kitty
I
number
think
2
of
came
like this is like level, what is that? Like level 4 simplification. And this is like level 1. And this is like a slider. And so like this is getting like more and more and more smoothed out and simplified, right? It's like the head may be like really defined. You may get like a side plane and this sort of thing. And then this will smooth out. This will smooth out. The chin will come up and get shorter. And the neck will get thinner. Standard like chibi, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this will get more simple until finally
Oh, that's so cute.
you're all the way over here, right? The eyes tend to get like bigger. You could do something like this. You could do, you know, whatever, something like this.
Whoa. I would say the shorter the face, the more chibi it is.
Yeah.
If your faces are too long, it's not chibi.
Yeah, I like thinking about chibis as a slider. So like you're just smoothing out the planes of the head, right? You're like starting with something a little bit more like blocky, like for a head.
Ooh.
And then you're going,
You're rounding it out.
yeah.
Potato. I'm kidding.
And it's like, oh.
Even rounder. By the way, if you want to learn more about chibis, we have a chibi class. It's on our site. It's also on our profile. It's the orange button labeled chibi art class. It's a great introduction class to if you want to just do art about cute things and learning about those different kinds of chibis.
Someone was talking about form drawing.
Yeah, form drawing. You want to talk about that? I know I was kind of taking the lead there.
Do you do class on firearms, tools, and objects? No, we don't really do any firearm stuff. The perspective stuff would translate. It's a little bit niche. Tools, yes, like we do a little bit of that. Because like tools and objects and stuff, like if you wanted to draw an axe, you would use, you know, primitive forms. Like, okay, here's a wedge that you could maybe go, here's the head of the axe, right? This right here is a box. This is a wedge that's not like this, but this is pulled down a little bit like that. And not like this. This is curved. So it could be like, something like that, right? And then you can add a box to the end of it. And then it's like, you can do it maybe like the gesture of the axe. So it's like this. And then it's just form drawing on top. So I do teach this sort of thing in my class, right? Like that kind of stuff.
You would have a lot of the tools to break down like weapons and stuff.
Yeah, guns are relatively complicated to draw. They're pretty complicated forms, right? And then it could be like, did someone lock themselves in here?
Yep, Toby.
Right, like that kind of thing. And you would use that to draw whatever, like break down a hammer. Well, what is a hammer? Like a hammer kind of has this shape on the front of it, right? And by the way, whoever asked that question earlier about drawing things, the form of things, this is how I would practice it. I would start with simple versions of stuff, like this is the end of a box.
Let me let him out.
You can deal with that if you want. Right? This is the end of the box. But instead of drawing the box, I'll go, okay, here's the box. Now what's the front of the hammer? Well, I'll just draw a curved piece of paper. There we go, right? Here's the center line. There we go. Then this tapers. There we go. And then that connects to a box. Like, this is how we want to break down the world, right? My box is a little bit skewed. This line. It's a little better. How do we do the back of the hammer? I mean, it's just a cylinder, right? Like, we got a cylinder. Like this. But we are probably going to chop it right here. And then it fans out. Like this. Probably turns into a box. So we'll put a box down here. And we'll turn this cylinder into a box.
And
and
a few
then
questions on Anime School. Age limit for the class, and is it free?
No, it's not free.
No, it's not free.
We recommend at least 13.
Mm-hmm.
But it is like a college program, so it would be a very serious 13-year-old, I'll tell you that. But there's nothing inappropriate in the class, that's why there's no strict age limit. But it's like a college class.
And is the Is the class online?
Yes.
Yes.
It is online. It's at your own pace. You can access it anytime, and it is lifetime access, right? Now, what do? We could go, okay, pull a line out, arc this down. Would we see the other side? Probably.
Another question: can you pay for just classes, or you want, or is it a one-time payment and you get everything?
It's a one-time payment, and you get everything. It's a class that builds upon previous stuff that you've learned. Something like that. Let's look up a hammer.
Here, people are asking how to get it.
Okay.
How much is it? It is $497. It comes with a lot of classes that are basically like 14 weeks long. So think of it like a college alternative. You'll probably take about a year to get through everything. So yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's a big class. It's a year long.
This is what we teach.
There's a class on every one of those things.
Yep, exactly. Class on
Like
heads
a
and
full
faces.
14-week college class on every one of those things.
497. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't just do like, oh, here's how to draw a front view, side view, 3/4, and that's it. Like, no, like we're doing like hardcore.
Oh yeah, it's a serious program.
very
Like
serious program.
you know, you're looking at like this kind of stuff. Like in the expressions.
Oh, they can't see it.
Oh, what the? There it goes. In the expressions, there's 42 expressions, like split between multiple characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like this kind of stuff. We rarely show these.
Yeah, we do. We rarely show them.
Right? How to break down different expressions. This is for like anime style expressions and stuff. But you're learning this stuff in the early weeks. This is like what, the first week or the second week or something?
It's the first week.
First week? Like
Yep.
this is from the heads class. Like serious stuff. This is later on, right? Like polygon at top. What is it? Making like a low poly version of an anime head and lighting it from different angles.
So you know how to shade them.
Yeah, this is
Different
super important stuff.
hairstyles up there if you want to look at
What,
those.
like
Yeah,
these?
like these. Like different kid types, you know, different face types for a lot of age ranges and genders as well.
The baby dude.
Yeah, I did a baby too, because, like, you know, gotta have a baby in a show, right? Or in your story. Can beginners join? Yes.
Yeah.
Is it one-time payment, lifetime? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. You own it.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff, dude.
We also are holding a promotion where if you do get the Anime Art School this week, you can get a watercolor drawing of your own character sent to you in the mail. So that is a promotion that we're doing. It will end tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I also do like hands and feet in the
Yep.
anatomy class, how to
Here's
break
the
them down.
proportions.
Yep.
Third, and third.
How to add detail.
Dang, bro.
The very defined toes.
Bro is gonna grab something with those.
Little grippers.
It grabbed my heart.
But
anyways, let me exit out of all these. Exit.
I'm so passionate about this kind of stuff. It's like that. I started getting a lot better at anime art just by learning the fundamentals. Like, it's crazy. How much are your classes? It is $497 for the entire program.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's a serious program. What do you mean that it's online? Like it's on call with a bunch of other students?
No, like it's self-paced. Like it's like a recorded college, so you go through it at your own pace. Unless you get the live version, in which case there's one-on-one meetings for 14 weeks.
Yep, and it'll just be like you and one of us
With
with an instructor.
Yeah. Yeah, it's huge. It's like a whole college.
Yeah.
Where was I? Hammer.
Hammer.
So like this is how I would break down things, right? The reason it's important to be able to draw boxes and primitive forms from different angles, like a cylinder,
You can turn those into heads. You can turn those into soda cans.
you could turn them into whatever you want, right? Whatever you want. You can turn all of these into hammers, and you go like, okay, there's the proportion of that, there's the proportion of that. What if I wanted a box below it?
Can you choose whether or not to do digital or traditional art, or do you only accept digital?
We recommend digital. It's a
Yeah.
digital program. If you're pretty familiar with traditional tools, you might be able to follow along, but I wouldn't recommend it. Like, we're using layers, we're using brushes and erasers, we're using the selection tool. It doesn't use complicated digital tools. Like, we don't ever do like special effects and stuff just because it's a foundation school, because we want to teach people how to draw and paint.
Yeah.
We don't teach software, but we do use digital software.
How long can an art lesson last? If you're talking about the school, it depends on the subject. Really heavy,
like this.
concepts and demos will probably take around maybe 30 minutes to almost maybe 40 minutes. Other simpler concepts may take only like 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So it just depends. It's not every video length is the same.
Yeah, it really, really depends on the lesson, like what's being covered specifically.
Like when I'm having you draw skulls, for example, and you've never drawn a skull before, those lessons are a lot longer so that you can follow along. So I would say like maybe that lesson will probably be like 40 minutes. You know, that seems about slow enough, you know.
But yeah, let's see.
Is there a difference between the one-on-one package versus the one-time package price?
Yeah, you
Yes.
get the one-on-one. You meet with an instructor for 14 weeks. It's like a mentorship, like a 14-week long mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
So your homework gets critiqued. Anything that you need advice on or help on, you'll meet every single week for a whole term.
Yeah, and you also have Anime Art School, you know, already with it. So it
Yep.
comes with Anime Art School.
The idea is that you're using the school as the base curriculum, and then you're getting critiques on all of your work
Yep.
and advice or feedback and corrections and stuff. So it's like you have a teacher that actually goes over the stuff and helps you and helps correct things and all that. Whereas the complete edition is that
Just
one
this.
is self-paced. You're going through it alone.
Mm-hmm. How do you draw bangs? You want to draw bangs? You can think of it like plants.
Like knowing where the plane face.
Here's a flower petal. Here's a smaller flower petal right next to it. Here's a large flower petal. A large flower petal, and they're all coming from the same point. Here's a long blade of grass that's covering the side of the face. Here's another long blade of grass. The bangs is just the front part of the hair, and it's generally shorter. So you're gonna get these kind of forms, and then you can design them in whatever way you want, because there's no one bang style. Like you can have bangs that are more like micro bangs, and they're more like strips of paper that are curled. Or you can have something that's like, oh, side bangs. Here's a long leaf, and it's covering one eye because you don't feel like drawing the other eye. Emo. Right. How much time do you take to learn anatomy or bodies in general? That will depend completely on your schedule.
It's an ongoing process.
It is. It is an ongoing process. Like for me, like learning anatomy, you know, is a multiple year long process. So like a few years. But I'm still learning. Like I'm still trying to get better at drawing anatomy and making my bodies look good. So like it's not like one and done where you learn everything, you draw it perfectly every time. It's like, oh, like you'll what I'll notice is, oh, an artist broke down an arm in this way and they added a specific muscle that I never noticed before. Oh, that's like added information on top of all my other information. So like I'll learn what I like to do with anatomy is I'll learn the basics of the muscle groups for each part of the body, and then anything that I find out more about is just like, okay, now I can add more. It's like a base to start off with. But it's takes a good long while. Expect like maybe, you know, years. You don't know how to draw at all because you still got to learn how to draw. Would it still be a good course even if you don't necessarily want an anime-like style? Yeah, I would say yes, because we teach the fundamentals, and the fundamentals you can stylize it to any kind of style you want.
Yeah, but you do have to realize that like the school is built for people who want to do that.
Yeah.
So
Want to do an anime
we
style.
teach the things that are below it, but we also focus a lot, especially Christina's very first class, Heads, Faces, and Expressions. These are the final projects.
Mm-hmm.
But like my perspective class, nothing to do with anime. It's just a perspective class. The figure drawing class, nothing to do with anime. The costume and clothing drawing class, nothing to do with anime. Like these are some of the demos from the clothing drawing class. Or like this is from perspective class.
Yep.
You learn how to construct this from scratch. This is a later week. Right? You're doing this kind of stuff.
Is the art school online or physical thing? Do you have to pay for this?
It's online.
It's
and yes,
online.
it is paid.
Mhm.
This kind of stuff is perspective class. I would say the very heavy anime style ones are the character design class.
The
This
Heads
one's
and
pretty
Faces
heavy
class.
anime style.
Mm-hmm.
And then the heads and faces class later is very anime style. In the
Yeah.
beginning, it's just a head drawing class. Like this is the beginning, right? This is an anime.
This is still good to learn, even if you want to do a different style.
Yeah. Like this is pretty
Stylized.
This is it's like, well, this is not super stylized.
Oh.
This is really
yeah, this
stylized.
Is very stylized. Yep.
This is not as stylized. This is somewhat stylized.
It's worth every penny. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Those ones I was super proud of those ones. I really enjoyed. I even sent myself those demos. I'm like, dang, I did a good job.
But like, I mean, this is a lesson as well.
Yeah.
So like the planes of the face, the forms, like this is not particularly anime. Like this is pretty anime, but this right here, this is not. Like the mouth, that sort of thing. So it's like a lot of foundation, but there is definitely a good amount of like anime style relating things to an anime style.
That one's like kind of different style, like
Yeah.
not exactly anime, but
It's like kind of anime.
kind of anime.
It's not like Sword Art Online style. You know
No.
what I mean? Like, but there's also this. This is very anime.
Very classic. Like,
Very classic anime. So both.
mhm.
But like in the painting class, this is stylized, not particularly that anime. Same with this.
Oh, I love that one. That was my favorite.
Like these are the finals that I do in the painting class. So I bring you through my whole process, right? I teach you how to render, I teach you how to light, I teach you how to use colors and do composition and all that sort of thing. We do still lives. Like this is not anime style. This is a little bit stylized because I like pushing my colors. But this is Noton, this is 4 values, and then we're doing still life. So like fundamentals just aren't inherently anime. Like you have to learn the fundamentals as fundamentals. Like I mean, if there was a school out there that teaches you how to draw a manga, like they would give you a perspective class and an anatomy class and a class on that has nothing to do with anime.
Yeah.
How do you learn it? Like you use pictures or references to learn? I'm not sure what you mean exactly. What is it?
Do you mean the fundamentals, or do you mean like something specific?
You get taught exercises and how to and a process, and then you go and practice that process a bunch of times. You can follow along and then do it on your own.
Someone's asking about the arcane style, and I was kind of curious about how to break it down.
Where's the stinking costume drawing stuff?
Costume drawing stuff?
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Like this is from the costume drawing class, right? Diaper folds, nothing to do with anime. Right? Pipe folds, half lock folds, these are just the folds.
Yep. Oh, I love
This.
that one.
Here's a diaper fold. There's a little bit of a spiral. Like tension and compression. Like this doesn't have anything to do with anime. Not inherently. It's just clothing and costume drawing. Anime has the tension and compression and folds. I can never find them because they're so kind of like light in the thumbnail.
Yeah, they are very light, aren't they? If I wanted to learn different styles like this, for example, like the arcane style, I would definitely use the head planes for this. Like,
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
already
yeah.
looking at the head planes. I'm like thinking, here's my brow, here's my keystone corner, my bridge of my nose. Like, I can do this. Like, this style is very focused on like finding those angular
Yeah.
bits. It's very, very common to see that. Like here, the way it's shaded, you can see that side of the face. You can see the brow. It's very angular, and also soft in some areas. Like you see this right in here, which is the eyes, the brow ridge, you know, the side of the cheek. Like it defines those areas a lot. So like, try not to think of these styles as, oh, they're separate from the fundamentals. Like these, they use the
Yeah.
fundamentals to make them stylized.
Don't separate style from foundation.
Yes, exactly.
Just keep, like, understand that no matter what style something is in, you're still using perspective, you're still using color theory, you're still using design, you're still using, right, those core fundamentals, the planes of the head. Like this is still relevant.
This is very, very relevant.
This is relevant. This is relevant. Like, think in terms of those fundamentals.
I'm drawing
Very
right
important.
now. What lesson would you start with as a beginner if you're clueless about everything? Start with the topic that you want to do the most, I would say.
Yeah,
For
I mean,
a lot of people, it's heads and faces, you know?
start with what do you want to, what's your goal?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't necessarily advise to start with the topic you want to learn the most, because there might be like
I guess that's
prerequisites before that.
that's a really good point.
Dynamic poses in a fisheye lens.
That's true. That is very
if you're
true.
a beginner, I wouldn't start. With that sort of
yeah.
thing. But like the essence is true, which is like start with figuring out what you want to do
And what you like.
After seeing those clothing full-time sold.
Thank you. You can check it out.
Yeah, there's a 14-week-long costume drawing class in the school. It's really good. I mean, you're taught how to render different materials. Like Christina goes over this. This is a 5-value system for clothing, right? Locking it in, light and dark.
People don't realize that when it comes to shading anything, like there's a lot of depth to it. Like 5-value system, like people don't think about that. They just think, ooh, I need to shade it. I need to make my colors look decent. But they don't understand, like, you got to organize things as well, like how to make things feel clear, how to make things feel cohesive. And you're just not taught that unless you take a class.
Yeah, art is very, very process driven. More than people tend to assume in the beginning. That doesn't mean you have to use a process. Like, I'm not saying that there's like a rule, but it generally leads to more successful drawings. It's like if you want to build a house, you could just go start chucking window frames and paint on the ground. Like, those are the ingredients in a house. It's like, but if you want to build a house successfully, you probably want to start, by preparing the ground and making sure
laying
everything's good and laying the foundations and pouring the concrete and making sure it's level, like that sort of thing. You can obviously do art however you want. All those artists that you really look up to, they have foundation. You guys draw for a living? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I've done art professionally for the last 10 years. Actually, the last 10 years this month.
Yeah.
I think my first job was 2016, August. Was the very first time I ever got hired professionally. Like, for like a serious art job. It was theme park design. It wasn't like my first commission. I did commissions when I was in high school, but that was like my first serious art job where we were making the big bucks.
Not amateur art bucks, pro art bucks.
Yeah, I'm like $350 a day type. That was 2016 too. Inflation has hit hard since then.
Yeah.
So that was a lot back then. Is Liquify tool good? Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Oh, saved my life a lot of times. It saves my life because, like, I'll be like, oh, if this face looks weird, I don't want to have to redraw it. I'll just like liquify it and move it around. Do you guys sell art books? We sure do.
We actually do have 2 art books. These are ours, if you recognize them.
This is our first book.
A lot of people have these.
Yep, a lot of people have this one. This is our How to Draw Characters book. This one covers the basics of how to draw manga, how to draw like eyes, heads, faces, some illustration stuff. This one is more specific on how to design your own character and thematic and expressions and stuff. I love this one a lot, so it's our passion to cover this book. Are the books included in Canada?
You should be able to get them there.
Yeah, you should be able
It's
to.
on Amazon though.
Yeah.
You'd have to go to Amazon.
Yeah.
Because TikTok Shop doesn't do international shipping.
And just once again, if you are planning to get the Anime Art School this week, we are doing a watercolor promotion where you can get a watercolor of your own character sent to you. This is basically valid until tomorrow, Saturday. Is the books worldwide? As long as you can get them on Amazon, they could be. If you can get this in your country on Amazon, then yes, it could be good. How much are the books? Around 26 bucks. Maybe a little bit higher or a little bit less, depending on if TikTok or Amazon holds a sale on these. Got your book very helpful? Awesome. Did you guys draw the cover page? Yep, we did.
Yo.
We drew everything. I drew everything out in this book. Colton made a few pages in this too. But yeah, all of these are drawn. Body types, anatomy, expressions. I think like knowing where the plane phases change from the front of the face to the side, trying to think of that as a form, seems quite hard. I actually like to think of the front of the face as kind of like a faceted form, because technically you do kind of see the side of the face in the front view, like because this caves in, kind of looks like here's the front of your face, here's the side of your face, and it's going like this. That's why it's very difficult. So when you're turning it to the side, for example, you see the side of the face.
I got your guidebook, very helpful. Awesome. Is it
Yay!
true that just practice can help me get better?
It really depends on what you're practicing.
Yeah.
I drew my whole childhood and didn't get any better almost. Like, I got barely any better. Drew for years. I didn't know anything. Like, I didn't know about using references. I didn't know that that there's any sort of underlying structure or anything. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, so it depends on the person. Like, some people kind of intuitively understand that they need to think deeper than just what's on the surface. I never did. Right? I never did. I just picked up a pencil and drew.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I really started learning fundamentals and studying those things that I got a lot better.
Yeah.
So some people, yes, some people, no. Like, some people, they just draw and draw and draw and draw and draw, and they never really have that much formal training, and they get really good.
Yeah.
I never did. Oh my gosh.
And a lot of times it's because like the subconscious clicks it more, clicks better. That's what people will be like, oh, but that person has talent. There are some people who do understand these concepts quicker than others, but,
Have a
can
good
also work on it.
one, Blazerin. What are some good places for body references?
I mean,
Pinterest
Pinterest.
is great.
There's some really good websites out there these days, like Anatomy for Sculptors
Oh, so
is
good.
really good. They have some good references online, like really good ones for free online.
Was it Poses in Motion or something like that? Bodies in Motion. Bodies in Motion. There's also like reference packs that you can buy on like ArtStation, which are really, really good. Although some of them are not exactly safe for kids, but that's also another resource.
Yes, this was my work in 2013. I got texts coming in. Oh, Tori's talking about cats. This was my work in 2013.
I love the warmness.
All right, Tori. She has a bunch of cats in her yard, and she's sending me pictures of them. Right? And then this is my work in 2016. So after I got really serious and studied the fundamentals a lot, this was some of my graduation work from school. I went to a trade school that was a year long.
It's crazy what you can
I
do
drew
in a
my
year.
by the way, I drew my entire life up to this point. Entire life. I drew at school constantly, and I did my best too. So like I wasn't able to figure it out on my own. I had to get training. I had to have someone explain things. Like, once they explained it, I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Never thought about that in my life. Do a bunch of exercises, do a bunch of training, right? It's those practice assignments that really help.
Mm-hmm.
It
Absolutely. Oh my
really,
gosh.
really helps a lot. And I like I said, I drew my entire life up to that point, which is like crazy.
It is kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. I practiced a lot in high school. I mean, I bought books, I studied them. James Gurney's Color and Light. I studied the heck out of that book. Scott Robertson's How to Draw book that covers like really technical perspective. Framed ink, like I studied the heck out of that when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I think the age you start drawing matters. Not really. I mean, matters in regards to what. Would you want to redo that drawing? Maybe. You guys still study? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was just studying today. I'm in the middle of a 1,000 anime heads challenge right now that I've been working on for over a year. But yeah, I'm doing 1,000 anime heads challenge. I drew Miki today. I drew Miki recently. I like experiment with like new ways to break down anime heads and stuff. I'm on 540 something now. Killua. Beh.
Eh? Mhm.
But yeah, absolutely. Still study to this day. Love the tentacle hair. I kind of just felt it today. I was like,
I feel like drawing tentacle hair.
yeah. Mm.
Do you believe that having an iPad and stylus to draw on instead of an iPhone increases your drawings?
Not Fico Rigs.
Not Fico Rigs. Not if you're Fico Rigs on our.
Fico Rigs is one of our users. They're really, really good, and they draw only on a phone with their finger.
If you like working on a phone and you draw more on your phone than on a tablet, then stick with the phone.
By all means. One of my art teachers, when I was in school, he would draw on his phone on the bus all the time. Kingston. Let me see. Oh, dude, this work is so old of his. Holy moly, this was work that he had
Wow.
up when I was in school over 10 years ago. But he has his work up. That's fun. I believe these were done on the phone. Like these ones. But I don't remember exactly. He showed us some like mech head sketches that he did on his phone. But I just don't remember.
Who draws between you two? We both draw.
Ba, 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 ba.
This is about drawing hair. We have a hair video on our YouTube channel if you want to check that out. Draw Anime Academy. I think it's called Hair Drawing Tips. But I would one of the main things I would do is I would just try to think of the hair as a three-dimensional form. Like when I'm drawing this pigtail, for example, I'm thinking of the wireframe. This. And then all I'm doing with the strands is I'm describing that form. So like, oh, here's like showing the front of the pigtail. Here's showing like a bit of silhouette change. Here's showing how this strand goes behind this strand. Here's like some extra strands here. How does it flow over the body? Does it do that? That's how you'll get better at drawing hairs. Think of it in terms of a 3D form instead of a shape. Like, it might look like shapes when I'm drawing it, but what I'm thinking is, what is a 3D form of a curl versus something else? Right, like that, I'm thinking 3D.
We uploaded... Well, we scheduled our TikTok to get uploaded today.
Yeah.
And we didn't realize that it had comments off.
And
And then
so
we turned
mad.
them on later, but it was kind of funny. We're like, no comments? What?
Yeah, that's weird. We always have comments on our videos. Are there comments now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. I love you guys' art. I hope I can be like y'all when I grow up. Aw, thank you.
Did you guys, any of you guys take art classes in high school? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I went to an art high school.
Yeah. The art classes were
But
they
they
were
were-
so-so.
they were
like,
meh.
Most of what I learned in high school was from books and lessons online. Because like art high school classes, like they don't really focus on
Fundamentals.
Yeah, they don't
They
really
focus
focus
on
on
crafts.
fundamentals.
They're focused on getting you just kind of being artsy. That's really it.
Yeah, like
Like,
I
honestly,
really like
I
fundamentals.
feel like art should be treated like math, meaning like, or writing.
Art should
um,
be treated like math.
Yeah, art should be treated like that.
I don't want to treat art like that.
Well, what I mean is learning art. I don't know how to say it other than that. Like, I mean, how do I say it?
You think it should be one of the core classes that kids are taught growing up?
Yes, exactly.
Like they learn how to read and write.
Yes, it's like a language. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Art should be taught like math.
No, not meaning like, oh, you hate math and you can't. You know,
Art should be prioritized for kids to learn like math is.
Yes, thank you. See, I suck at
I get
wording
it.
things.
I
you know.
get it.
Yeah, you get it. You
Oh
get
my
it.
gosh, dude. Imagine if kids learned how to draw growing up just like they learned how to read and write. Everybody would be like Kim Jong-gi.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, that's crazy to me. Like, oh my gosh, that'd be so cool.
It would be really, really cool.
What is an art high school? It's just classes that high schools that
Are
assume
focused.
that the kids who are enrolling are going to go into some sort of an art field, so they try to give you extra art classes and have teachers that teach art.
Yeah.
And
It's-
they're kind of in here and there. They're all over the place. So
Yeah.
you have to look in your area.
Mm-hmm. It just depends on the art school. Like some art schools or art high schools maybe are more atelier. Like although I've never been into one, I've just kind of been to an artsy high school. The classes were kind of okay. I would say the fun part of being in an art high school is being in an environment where I can draw and not have to rely on like a ton of academics. But that was my choice because in my art high school, like there were a lot of people that were like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to take all the AB classes. I'm going to be super academic," and that's totally how they want to do it. You know, for me, I didn't really view it that way. I just want to do art. Do you teach art? Yes, we do. We have a whole school that we teach called Anime Art School. You seem to really like Miku, #1 star. I have drawn Miku, but only when I was a kid. I don't really draw her like on my own personal time.
OCs for me are too fun to draw.
Same.
Like I'll do little studies here and there of stuff, but I don't do fan art really.
What's the name of the brush? You can get this on our Discord. There's no name. Maybe there is a name, but something like Colton's new brush or something. It's on resources on the resource share channel.
As a
in our
pinned
Discord.
message.
Pinned message. Yep. Do you teach classical art? No anime in it?
Some of our classes have no anime, but no, we pretty much focus on people who want to draw in like an anime manga style. But we focus heavily on foundation. So we don't do like we don't focus on like, I don't know, more gimmicky tutorials. We like to focus on it's like manga artists are insanely good. They're obviously very well trained, right? They know perspective, anatomy, figure drawing, clothing drawing, color theory, rendering. They apply it to a style because they want to make manga, right? Like that's what they want to do. So we like to cater towards those people. They want to get really good, but draw in that style.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good programs out there that are for people who don't want to draw in that style.
Look at Lime Academy.
Yeah. Like, yeah, look at Lime Academy if you want to learn
Do
like classical
classical.
art or something, or like Ramon Hurtado. Or what is his name? Jake Don't Draw.
Yeah.
Like their stuff is great. Some of our stuff overlaps with theirs, but the goals are different. Like we want to cater towards people who want to make their own characters and stories.
Did you guys stop doing the art block bonus? What is the art? Oh, the art block crusher.
No,
We're
it's
still gonna
coming.
make it. It's coming.
It's coming. It's in the works.
Oh, let's see. App name. This is Procreate. Want to ask how you draw that type of face angle where the cheek is kind of out, if you know what I mean. Do you mean like a 3/4 view?
Like a 3/4?
What's the art block crusher? Or not pressure. It's a little bonus that we added for Anime Art School to beat art block. It's still we're still working on it. What happened to Tomodachi Life? It fell off, unfortunately. It was a fun game for like a week.
What about Tomodachi Life?
They said, "What happened to Tomodachi Life?"
What did that come up from?
Just on TikTok chat.
Oh, you didn't talk about Tomodachi
No,
Life.
I didn't talk about Tomodachi Life at all.
Okay. Here's our perspective grid. Yippee!
How long
kinda
did it
wanna do
take
something
you?
fun.
Yeah, how long did it take you to get to a point where you can freehand everything without guidelines? I can only freehand a few things, or like generally like I can freehand most poses and heads because I've just drawn them a lot. But other things I would need to like get guidelines for. But it took me years. I practiced drawing with guidelines and then also practiced drawing without guidelines and just trying to memorize the proportions. Like, in order to do this, I had to do a lot of this. Because I had to memorize it for me personally. Like, I wanted to be able to draw without the guidelines and find those shapes. But I had to do a lot of this and erasing and redrawing and reconstructing. I had to do a lot of this in order to do this. So, yeah. I think another thing about side profiles that people don't realize is that the face isn't flat. you can actually still see the side of the cheek, and it looks like this. Like if you draw a wireframe on a side view, profile head, it kind of looks like this. But people don't realize they think it looks flat, which is why it's really hard to draw side profiles a lot of the time. What are free drawing apps that you'd recommend? People with free drawing apps, what do you recommend?
I know Krita is pretty popular.
Yeah, Krita's
Ibis
pretty
Paint
popular.
is pretty popular.
Medibang is, I think, pretty popular, although I'm not exactly sure on that.
I think it is.
Krita, do you guys know the splash art style like Wild Rift? I don't know that.
I'm not familiar with it.
I'm not sure what the thing you asked was, Timmy. We have a lot of questions and some may overlap. We did cover how to draw hands earlier this stream. Stuff like this. I also have a hands TikTok. You can go check that out if you want immediate information. Will using references hurt your art style? No, it will improve your art style. But it depends on what do you mean by using references, because people use references in very different ways. People think that, oh, by using references, you're copying the exact photo of something. Which, I mean, that could be one way if you're doing a study.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can use reference. So
If you use reference in a way that hurts your art style, then yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of
I
know it's kind of a non-answer, but like, I don't know. It's like
how are you using the reference? That's find out
Yeah.
the context, because that's a very broad term. Like people,
yeah.
the way how I use reference, for example, is sometimes it'll just be for inspiration. Sometimes it'll just be like, oh, I want this general pose, but I know I'm going to change it later on. Other times it's like, oh, I want this lighting reference, even though it's completely different from my illustration, but I have a good reference of lighting that I can use as an example. Stuff like that. You know, are you using references for studying? So it depends on what you mean. Teach me how to draw hair. We do have a lot of questions about hair today. I did cover some hair tips here, like thinking about hair like plants. If you want a quick exercise, draw a sphere, place a little tick mark, and draw a leaf that goes over the sphere. And then surround the entire sphere with these plants or foliage. You can have a short one sticking up here. You can have a long one. It doesn't really matter. This is just to help you practice form, because what hair is form. That's how I do this kind of stuff, right? This I could transform into a plant or into a flower or whatever. That's how I would break down hair. I have a lot more hair tutorials in our school, but I also have a few hair videos that you can check out. It's just different ways to think about hair, because I know that when I first started drawing hair, I used to do it like this. Like literally, this was how I used to draw hair. And I would just kind of like guess my way without really understanding what I was trying to do and how to connect the hair. Everything was an outline. But now I start from, where's the hair strand originating? Where does it end? And what curve is it? Is it like this, which would be like wavy hair? Or is it straighter, which could look like this? That feels easier than just trying to guess all the hair strands all at once and do something like outlines. How many sticky notes do you have? Huh? Is there an age limit to your art school? We recommend at least 13 to enter the school or to be in the program. It is a serious art. These are serious art classes, so they're not like exactly for kids. But we make sure that everything is safe so that it's all PG. I feel so unready for the class assignment for 30 heads realistic in anime. Do it one at a time. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to do it all in an hour. Just do them when you can and just focus on practicing those head proportions. Like honestly, like I would, if you want to do them, like just only do the realistic heads first and then the anime heads next. Totally fine. You don't have to like do it all at once at the same time.
And also, it's much, much, much more about the practice that you're going to get than them turning out well. Like
Exactly.
You're not getting graded. You're not going to fail if you don't do some correctly. Like the point of the assignment is for you to get the practice. It's like you're think about it as you're lifting weights. Like the point is to get the exercise from it. It's not like there's no
risk.
Yeah, there's no risk. It is 100% about doing it.
The risk happens when you get too scared and you don't end up doing the homework.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not about feeling unready. You will always be not ready. So just focus on the practice. Like, you will get better once you do those 30 heads. Like, 30 heads may seem like a lot, but you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
If you're going to be pursuing art, you're probably going to draw like 1 million heads throughout your lifetime, you know?
Yeah.
So 30 heads is nothing. You know, it's just some practice, right? Yeah, no problem moment. I totally understand that feeling because like it
100%.
feels difficult. And I've definitely felt that same feeling when I took like my first anatomy classes. I'm like, how am I going to do this? But most of the time your brain just goes into flow state once you just get started. And once again, place your wins on your learning rather than how good it turns out, because it's good to fail. It's good to have ugly drawings like this.
Yeah.
Can't recommend it enough, because this is you trying to understand the drawing process. And it's also a new way that you're learning. So yeah, don't be too hard on yourself. How to draw head looking down. Draw male shoulder. I meant the third angle protection thing. Projection thing. Oh. I guess I was asking if you mean like a 3/4 view, but I don't know if you answer that question either. I would say if you're gonna draw like the cheek poking out, understand that it's not just a line. It is because the head is going in and out. Like this. And this is reflected on 3/4. Like that. No, that's not very good. Let me just redraw that. So this is happening because this face is dipping in and then coming out and then going in again. I've drawn these heads 1,000,000 times, so it's a lot easier for me to do it just freehand. But what I like to do instead is you can start off with a mask that's really simple, like this. Like this is not a hard line to draw, right? You're just starting from the edge of the circle and you're going downwards in a slight curve like this. And then what you can do is you can adjust this curve by saying, oh, I want the cheek to pop out a little bit more. So maybe I'll do something like this. Maybe I'll push out the forehead a little bit more. This comes in, and then this comes out. And then if you like this shape, you'll notice how much this comes out from this. So you can memorize this particular negative shape or whatever, right? But once again, it's not just about this curve. It's about what's happening in the face in its 3D form. Like that. Yeah, you're welcome. First light bulb took 3,000 tries. That's great. Honestly, that is great. How do you draw the lower body? We have a lot of these questions. That's fun. Draw faces. I have a video called How to Draw Heads in 15 Minutes on our YouTube channel. Draw Anime Academy is our YouTube channel. I have a video on that. You can look up how to draw heads there. But yeah. The colors for skin color. Guys, Loomis or Sorrow, please. They both have their strengths and some weaknesses, but I would say just learn the head planes. Either one is fine.
They're both
They're
great.
both great. Like, I think for me personally, a Sorrow is a lot more descriptive, but it can get really complicated on this side because a Sorrow head is like simple side, complex side. I would say this is a great. I use this part side a lot more than this side, unless I'm drawing like realistic portraits. But you know, it's handy to have both versions. But Loomis, great breakdown. Not the only breakdown, but it is a great breakdown.
It sounds like procrastination.
Yeah, just start
Loomis
with
or
something.
a Sorrow.
A Tharo.
How about draw?
Yeah, just
yeah, a Tharo.
start with what you feel like you could do, even if it sucks, and then move forward. Like, for instance, in our anime art school, I do a simple version of the head, which, you know, most people would call this a Sorrow head, but I don't use that fully. I only use some of it.
Most people call it. You mean the Loomis?
Oh, sorry, Loomis. Yeah, most people would look at this and be like, "Oh, that's a Loomis method, right?" But no, it's just a simple head breakdown. It may start off similarly, which is the sphere, the classic sphere, and chopping off the side. But once again, that's just a breakdown. It's not like Loomis created this. A lot of artists use this a lot. but I use a simple version. And I use the simple version to then create the more complex version, which is I use the Asaro head, or a more simplified version of the Asaro head. But I use the Asaro head as a reference for these head planes because I find that they're very descriptive, and it helps me with a lot of other things. Because once you know this, then you can draw gorgeous anime dudes from something like this. So like this looks like a robot, looks ugly, totally fine. I literally drew on top of this same mannequin and got this result. And that is because the placement was good, the head planes were good. You're just stylizing the features at that point. Right, so I always recommend learning the head planes and finding how you can stylize them by drawing on top of them. For me personally, I wouldn't teach head drawing another way for anime artists because I think it's super important to know this. Super important. I didn't know any of this. I just went straight in with like the pretty stuff. But all my heads looked kind of wonky and I didn't really know what I was doing because I didn't understand this. So even though this might be hard to do in the first class, it's necessary. Like here's how you can modify it for like a teen guy head. I made the eyes bigger. Most of the head planes stay the same, but the result looks a bit different than the female head. So excited about tomorrow? Yes, I'm excited about tomorrow too.
Awesome.
We are doing a 10-hour live stream tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be live all day.
Yeah, live all day. Back pain normal. What's the proper setup and posture? I don't know.
Not what I do.
Not what I do either.
Yes, I mean it shouldn't be, but it is.
Mm-hmm.
Get a chair.
Get
a
a
nice
good-
enough chair.
Get a chair that supports your back. Even if
Yeah.
it costs more, it's a really good investment if you're going to
Yeah.
be drawing long term.
Like Herman Miller or something.
Yeah, Herman Miller.
You'll
I love my Herman Miller.
You'll thank yourself later. Well, you probably won't thank yourself because you won't even think about it. It's just like you won't have pain.
Yeah. Like, I'll notice, oh my gosh, I don't know why they did this, but I went to like a summer intensive program for the college that I went to for art. And for some reason, all the students had to sit on these dumb stools that killed our backs like towards the end of the 4 weeks. It was stupid. I don't know why that happened. But
Well, you know why it happened. You don't know why they wanted to
yeah, I don't know why they wanted us.
try and murder you guys before you even started college.
I know, right? I don't know why they made that decision. But yeah, like sitting on a stool, horrible for your back. Like I felt that back pain for like months before it faded away. It was until I got a better chair that I basically felt no back pain. And please, I know it's really easy to do this, but if you're a kid and you're on your bed and you're like, you know, doing
Shrimp pose.
or you're doing this, you have your iPad on your legs like this and you're drawing, that's gonna kill your back. That's why whenever I draw on like a couch, I make sure to have good cushioning for my back, and I sit in a way that doesn't hurt my back. So I like to sit like this, and that way I don't have a lot of back pain. So if you sit like this, back pain. If you sit like this, less back pain. Your back is very important, chat. So important. Please take care of yourselves. But you do what you want to do. You do what you do.
Do what you do.
Yeah. I will have a bad habit where I will kind of lean when I'm drawing. Like I'll kind of do this. Like this is my tablet and this is my chair. Sometimes I'll lean because it feels comfortable, but then I have to like, oh, I've got to straighten up. Stop calling us out. I sit like that. The second one, that's good. A lot of people are requesting to spin the hat. I spun it.
$5 now. Chat, you owe me.
$5. Chat.
Can you send me $5? Chat, can you send me like $18?
I hated the back pain. It was so bad. It was like, I don't even know how to describe the pain. It was like having a knot in your back for like months and you can't get rid of it. We did, chat. Did it, chat. I'll draw a pose like that. How do you adjust eyes with the planes? Huge anime eyes or semi-realistic? I don't have any room. I constantly fill the page. My goodness, I gotta resize this again. Chat, if you stream and you teach, like you end up doing like so many drawings in one sitting. Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Eyes in perspective are kind of hard. We'll see if I feel like kind of. Let me see if I can teach it a simpler way. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll draw like a guideline for the top of my eyes and the bottom of my eyes like this. And I'll treat it like shapes initially, but shapes in perspective. So like a shape or an eye in 3/4 view is going to look slightly different than an eye in front view. But an eye in front view can give you a lot of good information to then translate it to a 3/4. Right? Because you can do this. What shape is this overall thing? Can you draw this particular shape in a 3/4 view? Probably. You just have to match the shape onto this head. So what I'll do is I'll kind of like understand that my head might curve in a little bit. So that may affect my eyes as well. So I'm just going to focus on repeating this shape on here. And I'll notice that when I'm drawing a 3/4 view, some of the ends of the eyes might like stretch a little bit further because we're looking at it from a different angle, right? And then on this side, it might be a little bit shorter just because it's foreshortened. So I have to keep that in mind as well. But you'll notice it here. Here, look at this eye right here as I turn it. Look how much smaller it got, right? You really want to keep in mind of that shape. On this side, for example, you don't really see as much change, but you definitely see the shift of the iris and the pupil and all that stuff. Maybe you'll see more. You'll actually see more of the edge of the eye. So that's what I keep in mind of. That's why these head models are so handy. You can actually see these forms change. We can get these on our TikTok shop, by the way. But yeah, like here, for example, very, very thin. The more towards the side view the eye gets, the thinner it is. And the more that it faces you, the wider it is. But it's not going to be like, it's going to be kind of foreshortened. It's going to look like this. Same with an upper angle. I cover a video called How to Draw Both Eyes at Any Angle. Covers this exact concept. Finding out your center is very important too. And also what angle it is. Because if you're looking at it an eye from above, you're probably going to get a much more squished shape. So notice how much thinner this eye looks when it's upward like this. That's just a natural foreshortening of things. You'll also look, this shape versus this shape. And this angle is a lot more curved upward as well. So people don't realize that these changes happen. They just go straight into drawing the front view of an eye and try to place it on a different perspective, which is why a lot of people fail at it. But that's not, failure is not bad. I'm just saying, like, that's why you might not get those things. And then you just add detail. I like starting with shapes that are in perspective and then adding more detail afterwards, rather than starting with detail first and then trying to figure out the design as I go. It's fun every now and then, but sometimes we want our lives to be easy, right? How do you deal with the pelvis muscles from oblique and leg muscles? Let me think. Let me see if I have anything from our references. So here's your oblique muscles. They kind of end at around the beginning of the pelvis, and they kind of bulge out. Right here, in this area is where you'll get your glute muscles, which look like this. So you can see that here's my oblique muscles. Right underneath of that are my glute muscles. And then this kind of splits with the sartorius. So like you can take a screenshot of this if you want to see how it connects. Glutes.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, that's fun looking. I'm crying looks so hard. That's okay. I don't start like that. This is just anatomy studies, so of course it'll look hard. But oh, that's fun. I like that. You can start off with like a Lego underwear piece, like this, and then your glutes come out right after. So this is your pelvis area. This is kind of like where your glute muscles connect to the pelvis, and then here's your obliques. Simple forms is what I recommend if you just want to draw like good looking people. You don't have to do the whole anatomy stuff that I just showed you. This is for people who really want to study like where the muscles are and find those particular shapes. But a lot of time you can just do this. This is a fun song. Though it sounds like an Attack on Titan, like.
That's great, dude.
I get these shapes right here, not out of luck. It's just through a lot of studying. Once you know these muscles and you know how to simplify, like then you can get like really good looking legs. You're like, man, and then people I'll be asking you for tutorials instead, and then you'll be making my job easier.
Let's go.
Ooh. Drawing legs are fun. Drawing legs is fun. How do you draw limping bent? I'm not sure about that specific kind of question. How does one draw the difference between feminine neck, shoulders, and male ones? Male shoulders shows the traps more. So you get this steeper angle like this. And you also probably get more bumps for the deltoids like this. That's masculine. Here's very feminine. Shoulders are here. But instead of the shoulders being like this, it's like it comes at a very graceful curve like this. Like notice that's a very, very big difference from very masculine to very feminine. If you want a more bulkier woman, you basically just add a little bit of masculine on here. And you can do that by adding a bit of bump, a bit of that overlap, and then emphasize the deltoid a little bit. How do you draw hair without making it too stringy? Clump it. Clump it. If you do this all the time, what's a better way to organize it? Leave this one out, clump these two. So this becomes this. Look how much more organized that is, but it still gives the same thing. You know, this one anime that we were watching does really stringy hair, like really, really detailed hair. What was that? What was that? High, like
The heavy night.
Yeah. They did very stringy hair, but they're still kind of grooving. It does look good. Like they do like a lot of this. What they do is they'll combine a lot of strands into a single shape like this. Here's the gaps. Here's the actual hair, and then they'll just do that over and over and over. Like that. See, I wanted to color this girl. If you want to learn more about like all this like anatomy detail stuff, we have this class in our anime art school. I teach a lot of this more in depth. You know, I can't answer all the questions, but if you do want to find out more about this and actually like learn about how all these muscles connect, you can check out our anime art school. Can we get him to do a sketch also? Colton is doing a sketch. He's just doing perspective. There it is. Oh, that's cute.
I'm drawing in a fisheye. Oops, lens.
Yeah, he's locked in.
Kind of locked in. Takes a lot of concentration.
Yeah. Curly hair tutorial. I do have curly hair tutorials on our TikTok page. And I also have a video that covers curly hair as well on our YouTube channel. Draw Anime Academy on YouTube. It's probably called Hair Drawing Tips, and it includes a guy with an afro, so that covers like curly hair.
They kind of have these things up here.
Ooh. What's the best way to draw a straight line without using a ruler tool?
Apple, the technique that a lot of people use is they'll draw from either their shoulder. Like how I do it is if I want to draw a straight line, about as straight as my line will go. I have 0% smoothing on, dude. That's crazy.
Bro, really? Wow.
I had zero
That's really
smoothing
good.
on the whole time. I kind of draw from my shoulder, or you can pivot your elbow. No, you're going to get kicked out if you do that. Hey. Can't do that.
Quit it.
Every time. We're going to get...
I'm gonna get apple punishment.
We're going to put you in PD daycare, meaning just put you in the other room if you don't quit that. Think about, like, here's your elbow. Bro.
Sorry. It's a boy. Kind of looks like a girl, though.
Right?
Ooh.
I got this.
I got this.
Right? And so,
Now you're good, Amelia.
generally speaking, you want to plant this elbow down, and you'll use the range of... This is a hinge joint, right? You'll use the range of this, and you kind of correct with your wrist. So if you got a place to plant your elbow on a table, that's, like, ideal, right? It's, like... pretty straight lines, right? If I use the ruler tool and check it,
Whoa, I could barely tell that. Oh, I thought my astigmatism was doing something.
pretty straight line. It takes a lot of practice. Otherwise, if I don't have a place to rest my elbow, which is actually quite often, I'll draw from my shoulder. And so, like, lines, I'd kind of pull down from my shoulder like this. Like, vertical lines like this.
ETX, I don't know what question you asked. It's also possible that we missed it because there's just chat flying all around, and also you may have maybe asked a question that TikTok censored, so I don't know. I don't know what question you
If I
asked.
draw lines from... your wrist kind of curves like this, right? If you draw, like, lines with your wrist, totally fine to draw that way. If you really want to draw straight lines, generally speaking, I draw lines from the bottom left up and to the right.
Feels comfortable. Natural.
Also, drawing horizontal lines, like, you'll get better at straight lines going in different directions. I'm not honestly concerned with how straight my lines are. Like, I never really care that much. Like, you'll notice here, my lines aren't really that straight. Like, I don't care. I mean,
As long as
straight
they look
as in
confident.
following the perspective. Obviously, all of these are curved, but, you know, like, if they're a little bit wobbly, like, totally fine.
Hey, Maisie.
Right, like if I'm drawing a box or something and my lines are only about this straight, I don't care. It's fine with me.
Yeah, we would have definitely missed your question if that was like a few hours ago.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That would chat to zoom in, and we don't read every question, but it's all good. We are, if you guys do enjoy this stream, we are streaming all day tomorrow, Saturday. Be there or be square. I don't even know what that means. What does be square mean?
I think it's
Like become a square? Like, do you just get boxified?
There's a fire extinguisher here sometimes.
Times circle, help. Because you're not there, then you isn't around.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
If you aren't there, then you're not around. And if you're not around, you're square. You think that's what it
Ah,
is?
that actually makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Do you think that's actually what it is?
This is not the 10-hour live. Tomorrow is.
Yeah, we're going live all day tomorrow.
Tomorrow our time, Pacific, 11 a.m. Pacific. I know that some people are probably in like a different, are in the future. They
Oh
are
yeah,
in
it's
they are Saturday.
it's a lot of people are already in Saturday.
Are you guys married? Yep. It's 10:18 right now. Dang, bro, that's late.
Go to bed.
How can I make creative stories for my characters and not Mary Sue? Give them generally not Mary Sue decisions. But I think everybody will make mistakes with their characters and stories if they just, just naturally. I think Mary Sue just tends to happen when you're too afraid to, if you're talking about like storytelling, and not design wise, Mary Sue tends to happen when you basically, they're perfect and they could do no wrong. Or like they're just like everything good happens to them and there's no repercussions for even if they make a mistake.
Like
they're just
most
like
isekais.
like most isekais, for example. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a writer or anything, but I'm just saying like from my experience watching these shows, like Mary Sue or Gary Stews happen when the
What
character
Gary Stu.
Gary Stews like the male version of it.
I did not know that was a thing.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, Stu sounds pretty good.
Yeah. It just tends to happen when you want a power fantasy and you want everyone to fall for them and they're just it just becomes annoying at that point. But if you give them like genuine flaws that make them feel human, then you would avoid it. For instance, if you have like a genuinely cute character but you don't want them to come across as they have everything right for them, like give them like big flaws that make them so that they can't get everything that they want. Like for instance, Miki, Colton's character is super cute. She looks good in everything, but she has this one big thing that like puts her in a silly situation, which is she has incredibly bad luck and things don't work out for her all the time, which makes things really satisfying. Not saying like it's a good example or anything, but for me, I'm very passionate about it. I think it's super funny. I love Miki, and we try to make her so that she's not like that these characters are not annoyingly perfect. That's it.
Yeah.
Imagine a story where a Mary Sue character gets everything good taken away from them. That'd be perfect. That'd be so funny. I would actually watch that. Can we see Miki? Absolutely. She is the cute pop star of our book, Volume 2. This is her.
The brainwashing is complete.
Yes, exactly.
Now Christina's saying it.
Yep. And this is the friend group. There's Miki as well. Yeah, it's not. There we go. So there's Miki on the right, Miko's on the bottom, then June, then Tira, then Naomi. And these are one of our OCs. These are our OCs. Do you take writing classes to make those interesting characters? Not necessarily.
I am going to be taking some writing classes sometime.
Yes,
We're just so
absolutely.
busy with our Anime Academy. What do you think? Long hair?
Yeah, long hair is great. I'm not a writer. I do like interactions though. So for instance, like Miki is very bubbly and cute and she's kind of chaotic. She knows she's cute, but sometimes life doesn't go her way, right? So she wants a guy to fall for her, but and the guy does fall for her, but thing is he gets bad luck and never approaches her because of it. So it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. So there's Miki, the chaotic cute girl. Well, she's got to have like a friend, right? That balances her out and also makes her feel like even more cute. So that's why we introduced Tira, which is the blonde girl. And she's the elegant one. She's basically Miss Perfect, but she's very selfless. So one good example of that kind of character is Tomoyo from Cardcaptor. Tomoyo is incredibly pretty.
She's basically perfect in every way.
She's basically perfect in every way.
But she's very, incredibly selfless and
Yeah.
just wants like the main character to succeed.
Exactly. And like that's
Tomoyo's done so well.
She's done so well. She's mature. She's gorgeous. She's basically perfect at everything, but she doesn't think about herself.
Yeah.
And she doesn't try to flaunt anything. She's just like, I'm just there for my, the person that I love.
The role,
Yeah. And I just want her to be happy because if she's happy, then I'm happy. And like, you can't not dislike that, right? And then so you have these like character interactions that naturally form because you see these patterns. Look at the people around you. Who do you see is often paired? Like I often see like two girls, generally a blonde and a brunette, that are having fun together being paired. So that's why we made this kind of archetype. And then what else does a girl group have? They probably have a cool, calm girl, which is June, the girl with the hime cut. She keeps to herself. She is very rich and she's beautiful, but she has like a secret double life that she doesn't, tell anybody about except for one other girl in the friend group. Right, so now we have one type of character, another type, a third type, and these hairstyles also help with showing the personality. Like wavy, elegant hair like this generally feels very prim and proper. Straight hair, hime cut, very angular, tends to feel cooler. We also have a party girl. Her name's Naomi. She and Miki are the chaotic duo together. And so they get into shenanigans a lot. But she's definitely different than Miki because she's more like, she likes boys a lot more. She likes going to the mall a lot more. She's crazier in some ways. And these designs kind of just pop up depending on the hairstyle, the vibe, the expression, and just through your observation, like looking at stories, like what kind of things do you like? And then we also have Miko, who's very, very sweet. She is basically kind of like Miki's opposite. I'm kind of introducing the characters now, just because I feel like it. So Miko, she's cute, but she's not, like, flirty. So she very much keeps to herself, and she's very modest. She's very nice. And she balances Miki out as well. It's lore time, yeah. Tomboy? What do you mean by tomboy? Question mark. Make them all up so easily. These characters kind of developed throughout years. Like Colton and I constantly talk about these characters.
Yeah.
Like these two came first because these are our mascots, and then we're like, oh, what if Miki had a rival? And then we didn't even know that she was gonna look like this. We just kind of figured that she was probably gonna be like tall, athletic, maybe blonde. And then like we did a few sketches, or I did a few sketches. Tira's original design actually had like a lot straighter hair. She kind of looked a lot more colder.
She was going to be kind of cold.
She was going to be kind of cold. But then it kind of evolved and changed into she's the gentle kind. Although this kind of character would be really cool too.
Oh yeah, we could
definitely add that kind of character in here.
Kind of character.
But we didn't just come up with these like straight up. Sometimes they have to have a bit of an evolution. Call her Taylor. Taylor would be actually a really cute name for her. It's fun. So you work together to make them? That's fun. Yeah.
Oh.
Colton also made his own character that features these girls in a childhood story that he made, and I think you kind of made that one in one shot.
I don't know
Abby.
what that means. Abby?
Like,
I kind of
you
designed her one day.
You designed her one day, and then we really liked it, and so we kept the design. Sometimes I take influence for characters after who I see in real life. Oh, absolutely. If you're an artist, like
What
you
about
will.
Aaron Exterminator?
Yeah. Hold up. There we are.
This is literally a guy that came to our old place and
Mhm.
did exterminating.
Yep. He had this
We even
body
gave him a
type.
picture of this. We designed this character after him.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly the same. Like if you saw him in real life, you'd be like, "Oh, that's
Yeah,
him."
that's the guy. It's like a caricature.
He loved
Yeah.
it.
And yeah, we gave him a print of it.
Ooh. This is a version of Tira and June in their kind of like a slightly older design. You can tell that they look a little bit different in here, but the concept was there. Oop. He was probably stoked. Oh yeah, he liked it a lot. Even his wife liked it.
Yeah, they thought it was funny.
I don't know.
Oh, that's sick. Turn into a panel and then it'll be a manga panel.
Yeah, I could just...
The group needs a redhead, Lau says. Yeah,
Jessica.
We haven't designed her yet. She's still has always been in our minds, but we never fully designed her yet. You just draw them for fun?
Oh yeah, they're very fun to draw.
I love drawing them. Do you know how many times I've drawn them on almost every like stream? I constantly draw Miki. Like here's Miki, but as an elf.
There.
I draw like AUs of them constantly.
I drew Miki earlier
Here's
as well.
Miki as well.
Here.
Yeah, she's so cute.
I don't. There's Miki as well.
Yeah, she's everywhere. Get ready with me to design Jessica, guys. I know, right?
Yeah. This is Abby, by the way.
Yeah, Abby's so good.
I did a
So
little
good.
bit of like
I would do an Abby glaze as well, but
work on her recently, her hairstyle stuff. But this is Abby. I also do artwork of them. That's all personal work.
as kids.
Yeah, as kids. So this is Abby, and this is Miki, my two OCs, and then Christina and I joint own Miko.
Yeah.
But they grew up together. They played video games. Abby loved comics.
She likes retro stuff.
And she likes retro stuff, so she listens to music and wears kind of like early 2000s or 90s attire, you know, Boaterman. And here's Miki, and they're drinking Pepsi and eating pizza,
Pizza
and
with
playing
ranch.
Nintendo 64. They're playing a version of Super Smash Brothers where you can actually play as the Master Hand, because that's what everybody wanted to be able to do. But this is Abby's room, and we do stuff like this for fun.
I want to ask how to stop drawing small on the canvas. Force yourself to draw bigger by
Draw bigger.
draw bigger.
I don't know
Yes.
what to say other than draw bigger. Like, zoom out more.
Zoom out more. Another thing you can do is you can force yourself to draw in a particular area by drawing a shape like this on your canvas. And then you have to draw like a drawing that's that big. It's hard, but you know, like it's helps. I don't know how to color. It goes over my lines. Ew. I would recommend putting a layer underneath your line work layer and then just erasing it out. Like for instance, I mean, you're going to be coloring outside of your lines. So you might as well make it easier on yourself by like, okay, so here's like a color, for example. I'm coloring outside my lines, but you can see that my lines are still visible. It's because my line work layer is on top of my color layer, and then all you have to do is just erase. I sucked at layers when I was younger, just trying to figure it out. I thought I had to like color in the lines and make everything like one layer, but you know, this is great for if you want the line work to be visible. Hey, Brayden.
Brayden!
Fishy!
Yeah. When you made this piece, did you do grayscale or no? Do you mean this one? Right here. Scabbies. Scabbies? Is that what it is? Ugh.
We literally had that same reaction last stream. Ugh.
Toby's got a little bit of scabby on the inside of his ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you mean this one, I have no idea, did I?
No, I think you started with color.
I think I started with color, yeah.
I think you did.
I honestly couldn't tell you. No, I did start with color. I started with color.
Scab.
But I did the room design in grayscale like this.
Yeah.
Not that it's...
Pure grayscale or anything.
Not that it matters. Like,
Yeah.
this has nothing to do with the other painting. But no, I started in color with this one.
Apple.
You're stinky. You're stinky kitty.
Stinky, binky, Applejack.
There's nothing new in here. Nothing new. None.
Bro, I smelled Applejack's cheeks earlier and it stunk. Yeah, it smelled like butthole. It smelled like when he has a dingleberry and it goes rancid like cheese.
Ew.
That's what it smelled like.
Ew, now you're grossing me out. All right. Get out of here.
That was a little while ago. I don't know if he still smells like that though.
Cute.
Does your call have schedules or is it unsynchronized?
You can go through it at your own pace.
Yeah.
So like there's an order to it, but you go through it whenever you want. So if you get busy, you can come back to it.
That's fine. You can
No
stay
one
here.
to
You're not
drink
that
that water.
stinky.
You just called him the stinkiest cat on earth,
He
and
was-
now
he
you're
was
like, you're
stinky.
not stinky.
He was stinky a few hours ago when I dug my face
Right.
in.
Go lay down or something. Cat bed? trying pancake art. I forgot to turn that off. We are going to be doing pancake art
yeah.
tomorrow on stream, on our 10-hour stream. Going to be doing a bunch of fun stuff, honestly.
By the way, if you're interested in anime art school, we are holding a watercolor promotion.
Yes. If you
You
get the school, make sure you reach out to us and say you got the school, you'd like a watercolor, if that's something that you're interested in.
Yep. What do they teach? We're at an anime art school. Here is a general idea.
You just mean us in general. I think they sent
okay.
that before you started talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Chocolate chip cookie for sure. I'm not a huge cake guy.
Playing with the screw. If you're talking about anime art school, we covered these, and these are all individual classes that are like 14 weeks long. Bodies is 12 weeks, but we cover these topics all in depth as if you were going through like a college term. So like heads is 14 weeks, bodies is 12 weeks, and we cover everything from start to finish. Clothing, perspective, painting and backgrounds, and character design, and also like how to make a project. Playing with the screw. May I see the link again? Yes.
Foxes at Korean barbecue.
Oh, lucky. I want Korean barbecue.
Bruh.
I want ramen.
Bruh. Wait, I want ramen.
734.
We got time.
How much does it cost? It is 497
Yo.
for the whole entire thing. You have it forever. It's a one-time payment, and
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's like an entire college. There's a bunch of different classes. It'll take you like a year to get through if you're going at the recommended pace. Most
Yeah.
people take longer because people get busy and come back to it later as well, which you can do. It's built for that.
Yep.
He'll be turned into a pancake.
Yeah, Applejack.
He is a pancake.
He is a pancake. Apple pancake.
Oh.
It's very long. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is
it's like
very
a
long.
trade school. You know, we built it to be a complete education.
Yep.
Obviously, there's like specialty stuff that you would want to take classes on and on the side if you get into some specific thing. But like it's a whole school. Like
Yeah.
it covers all those basic things. You know, complete figure drawing class, complete heads, faces, expressions class. Hey.
You hear that sass, chat?
A 14-week clothing drawing class where it teaches you how to draw clothes, the folds, wrinkles, how to render, color, materials. A 14-week perspective class. No, you're not going up there. Hey, no, back there. Oh, you're gonna shut the stream PC off again.
It's all good, Amelia. That's why we have our stream, so we can teach for free. Bye, Apple. Food.
Did you say bye-bye? Ready
Look,
to go bye-bye?
He spreads his paws like this.
Yeah, like needs in the.
He's
All right. Bye.
Bye,
Deuces.
Apple. I'll ask you about flowing hair. I don't know if we'll. I'm kind of tired. I'll see if I still feel like doing tutorials in a little bit, or
Indie
I
game
don't know.
dev, still learning all aspects here. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I went through my background is concept art for games, but I went through a phase a couple of years ago where I was building maps for a VR game, and I was doing everything manually. So I was building all the assets and texturing them, putting them into Unreal Engine, Substance Painter, and Designer, and everything myself.
Yeah.
It was fun. Like, I didn't get very good or far, but it was really fun.
1969, Lincoln. Did you get the anime art school? Because I remember you said it was worth it, and you said you're new. Did you just get it recently? Kind of just curious. He has a bakery 210. Yeah.
Like, right here, I'm doing a combination of, like, painting and drawing. Like, I'll draw a character's silhouette. Like, obviously, I'm drawing them in perspective, right? Like, whatever. And then I'll draw a little bit of a line work on top. Haven't yet?
Okay, I gotcha. When does the thing expire tomorrow? I don't want to wake my parents up. The watercolor promotion. Yeah, the promotion.
I would say, like, it's that just end of day. Like, if you get it before midnight for us tomorrow, we'll have the receipt online. You can just contact us after and be like, hey, I got it.
Yep. Let me know if that answered your question, Tofu. Tofu. Where's Tofungus when we need her?
Jeju.
Oh yeah, that's right. Lucky.
Like, I just draw using, like, value or whatever a lot of the time, right? You just put a head in. You can simplify it later. Like, oh, this comes out, this comes out. You know what I mean? Like, I'll draw like that a bunch of the time. You don't have to make a clean line work. Like, whatever you're most comfortable with. Like, I'm a lot more comfortable with painting and masses. Like, a mass is like this, right? A line is anything that's perceived as a line. And then there's, like, shapes, right? Which is, like, anything that's perceived as shape. So, like, a mass is a shape. But I will work between these two. I will work in masses, like the hair. And I will work in lines like the other stuff. Because I know if I'm going to clean this up, I'm going to probably redraw or do something like that anyways. That's how I start stuff like this. I'm sketching. I'm using whatever process. And, like, I can paint it later. I can clean it up. I can add a new layer or anything. It's that process. Like, I have a bunch of stuff on our YouTube channel from past streams where you can see, like, my actual drawing process and painting process.
Colton is following the perspective grid.
This perspective grid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm following this perspective grid. This is my fisheye grid that I drew before I started the drawing.
What website or art app are you using? Colton is using Photoshop. I use Procreate.
Yeah, this is a... Let's see. It's kind of like the grid's kind of like this.
We are in PST.
The grid is at about this rotation. So it's like that. So the center of the grid would house a box that looks like this.
You need to pay to download Procreate? Yeah.
Like this. So it's not a, this is not a standard fisheye lens. Like a standard fisheye lens is not standard, but like your generic fisheye lens that everybody draws in every single tutorial ever is this one.
The common one.
Yeah, this is there's nothing wrong with this perspective. Lots of people use it. Right? Is this. The one that I drew is this. What did I draw? Oh, here.
It's funny. Funny drama.
So
Yeah,
it's
am I
rotated.
late? A bit late, but you're fine. I am late. It's okay.
Like this.
Yeah.
This is a rotated. It's rotated 45, a little bit more than 45 degrees. So 45 degrees would look like this. It'd be like even. But it's a little bit uneven. I talked about how to build these yesterday on stream, by the way. If you're interested in that, I explained how to draw perspective grids, fisheye lens grids, and how to rotate the vanishing points and these 3 rules of thumb for drawing in perspective in fisheye. So if you want to go check that out on our YouTube channel, you can. Similar grid to this. This is a different one. This one's like tilted horizon and rotated and everything. And then we broke down one of TB Choi's as well. So she's drawing right here on this grid, which is common. It's pretty common. You'll see it a lot.
Is there any free app besides Ibis Paint? I have no clue. No, I don't know about for iPad. Probably Sketchbook, but there's probably a free version of that somewhere. I might actually be ready to head off because I gotta make extra curry for tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. That was a fun stream today, honestly. A lot of questions, a lot of awesome, cool people. Had a good time.
Miki and Miko.
Oh, Miki and Tira. I tend to draw these two together a lot.
You draw Miki and Tira a lot.
I draw me. They just look like Instagram girls, you know. So I just wanted to.
Oh yeah. We'll keep going. How are you still awake? Are you gonna come to the stream tomorrow, Lau? Who's coming to stream
Wait,
tomorrow,
Lau, how
by
are
the
you
way?
still awake, Brad? I thought it was EP time.
Me. Who's coming to stream tomorrow?
We make the hair to tomorrow, most likely. You know, hair is a really popular topic, so I can cover some hair. And if you say like, "Oh, I wanted you to cover," you said you would cover this, you know, on that stream, then I'll say, "Okay, yeah, I can't resist," you know. Me. Hopefully, awesome.
Who's gonna be there? I'll probably be here at night because I gotta study. Ooh, nice.
Awesome, responsible.
Who's gonna be there the entire time? Like, the entire time. Anybody? My phone or iPad doesn't die. Nice. Well, that's gonna be it.
Thanks for joining, everyone. Don't forget, you want to learn how to draw effortlessly and draw your own characters and backgrounds from imagination and design and all that stuff. You can join our anime art school. It might be the perfect fit for you. Hop in and out. Yeah, no worries. Excited. Want to say me, but I don't want to make any promises. Well, whether you're here or not, we'll be there.
Oh yeah.
Meow meow.
Sure. Is this a normal stream? Yeah, it's a Friday stream.
Yeah, it's a
isn't
Friday
it?
stream. Feels like a off day stream in a way. Ooh, yes.
Yes. Sounds.
See you guys tomorrow. So many tabs.
All right. Bye bye, everybody. Have a good night. Meow meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Laters. Bye bye, YouTube. See you later.